So, have you guys ever seen those magic eye posters before? Here's an example of one. It just looks like a bunch of splotches, right? Well, when I was a kid, I remember being introduced to these things. And supposedly, if you looked at them and you looked really closely, you could somehow cross your eyes or see really far past all the colors and the mess that you looked at, and supposedly an image would pop out. Now, when I first tried doing these, I remember being so frustrated, and I seriously thought people were lying. Like, no, this is a prank that people are pulling on us. There's nothing that you can see, because all I saw was a mess. I was distracted by the colors or the shapes that were making up this image. But I want you to look closely at this picture. Now, at first, when you look at it, it just looks like a bunch of dots or colors. But if you actually look closely through it, an image stands out. Now, for some of us, it's going to be really hard because we're looking at this through our television, right? But later, you may be able to go and find this on your own. You may be able to research the science behind it. But if you stop and you look closely, and there's actually the science behind how your perception, your eyes work, you can actually focus beyond the color, beyond the image, and an image pops out. Do you see it? It's actually a shark. It's kind of amazing, right? You see, there's this weird science behind it. But what I think is funny is that just like Andy was talking about today in his message, when we first look at things, our eyes, we're distracted. We're distracted by all the things we see, right? Right now in this season, a lot of us are distracted by our own frustrations, right? Maybe we're feeling mad or sad or overwhelmed that we don't get to go back to school. Maybe we're afraid of getting COVID, or we're afraid of our family members getting sick. Or maybe we're just frustrated that life is so different and we just feel like, God, why is this all happening? But just like Andy was talking, God is king now, here on this earth now. And for some of us, we're not able to see it. We're distracted by the mess, by the things that are going wrong, by even sometimes our own emotions. We're getting distracted. And God is calling us to focus our eyes on Him, to learn to be able to see past the distraction, past all the things going on, and seeing that God is still at work. And in fact, He's at work using you and me to bring love to other people, to bring hope and peace, to help people through this season of our lives. And so today, I think we can all be encouraged to go, okay, try to stop and think through what you see around the world. And maybe ask the Holy Spirit to give you eyes to see past the mess, past the chaos, past all the craziness going on, and to see what is God doing? How can He use you no matter what age you are? God could be using you and could be doing something great because He is that big, that good. He is king now. So I hope that encourages you. And maybe today, go and research more about these really cool images to learn more about the science of how God created our bodies.